know how many of these are made in India? 75 to 80% are imported in India. That 20% is what is made in India. Okay, and most of these devices which were made in India are also more or less consumable large volume products. So that is where, if you see, the major chunk which was there is still imported in India. And that is where we started, why we should be doing it. Because if you go by the value itself, that goes to about 60,000 to 80,000 crore rupees worth of import as a country we are doing it, which means we are bleeding 60,000 crore rupees per year as a country because we are not developing our own devices. There was always doctors who came to us, hospitals which came to us and said that we needed devices which are novel, which are better, efficient, locally suitable to Indian population. They also have to be affordable, adaptable, high quality. This was a constant requirement. Although these devices have been imported, this was a constant requirement. And fortunately for us, we are in a country where we are good at these things, which is 3D printing, sensors, electronics, and e-Yantra is one of the examples where we have brilliant engineers who are working on these things. So we are good at these technology parts which is required to solve this problem. So if you see, the problem requirement is there as well as the solution is also there in the country. All we needed to do was focus on innovation. If somebody has a concept to solve a problem in India, to actually reaching the market and the impact getting created, where does it die down? What are the stages in that life cycle where it doesn't reach? So the first stage is that people have a lot of concepts and proof of concept. POCs are made in different labs, in research labs, academic centers. These are made and these existed. Then take these proof of concept to make a functional prototype which is working. There were few of these translational centers and labs which were able to do it. The major challenge which was there was the third valley of death. Fourth valley of death, fortunately we had industry, but there were very few people who were converting these prototypes. Prototypes work in your hand. Okay, you give it to somebody, there is no guarantee this will work. As in medical, you can't have that. If you give it to a doctor, he is going to actually use it. Products are something which are certified by your testing bodies, repeated, safe, reliability is there. They are production ready. Every time there is going to be traceability. This is where the challenge was, which industry did not want to de-risk and academics were not experts at doing that. And that is where the challenge came in. But otherwise industry still is going to require further effort of making sure there is translation, there is supply chain, there is going to be distribution network. All that has to be still built in. The production also has to be built in. But we thought that maybe the third valley of death is what we should focus at MedTech and convert these research ideas or prototypes into medical grade products. The bottom line is called as TRL, Technology Readiness Level, which means that at 1 you just have concept, 3 means there is a functional device, and 5, 6, 7 is where you have tested, safe device, and about 9 where you have a product which is launched. Now, if you really look at, most of the technologies were at technology readiness level 3 or 4, and we didn't have great products coming out, and hence we realized that something has to be done. So what did we do about it? We set up facilities because that was missing. You need dedicated facilities to convert these prototypes into products. So we built a lab which has 3D printing, laser cutting, electronics prototype under one roof, and this is an ISO 13485 lab. So we systematically drove down the approach that how do you design a medical device? How do you define the problem? It's a 4D process: define, develop, deliver, deploy. So you define the problem with the doctors, then develop the solution with the engineers, deliver where you test it, clinical studies are to be done, and deploy means actually have a business plan and make sure either a startup is formed or licensed to Indian industry. A glimpse of the devices we have developed, the left hand side from head to toe, from glaucoma screening device, as in you pick a body organ or you pick screening device, diagnostic device, laparoscopic instruments, surgical instruments, or rehabilitation. All the red names that you see are the startups which have come out of MedTech network. These are the industry projects where now industry is coming to us saying that, hey, your process is good, facility is good, people are good. Can you develop and de-risk products for us? We've been able to create an ecosystem with these major 4 stakeholders where government, for not just funding but policy making. So whether DBT, DST, BIRAC, Rajiv Gandhi Science Technology Commission. So all these are part of MedTech network. On one side, we have academia or engineering institutes like IIT Bombay, College of Engineering Pune, VNIT Nagpur, KJ Somaiya College, where there are MedTech cells. There are about 7 engineering colleges where there are MedTech cells. We have about 7 hospitals or medical colleges where there are MedTech cells. So it's not only that innovation is happening in engineering side, there are medical doctors. Out of the 18 startups, 4 startups are by doctors. Those doctors who went ahead and left practice and started medical device companies. So that is also a good area which people are now looking into. And we have industry partners. Other than these 4, there are 4 more NGOs, incubators, investors, and media who you are supposed to be also making sure that you're keeping them in your ecosystem. So in summary, we are not focusing on research papers or patents. The idea is, can we have products which create the impact that is necessary, and make sure that all these stakeholders are working together. So thank you very much for patiently listening, and hope you can develop your own devices with your own doctors.